I just adopted 6 dogs. Let's talk about it.
What if we trained them?
I was really hoping that it was going to be sunny today, but I guess this kind of fits. This was a terrible idea. So, if you haven't heard, the rescue industry is kind of in an epidemic right now, where half as many people are adopting dogs, while twice as many people are abandoning their dogs. And I've always wanted to open up my own rescue, and I want to help this situation, but I've always had the question, what if we trained them? You see, rescues don't train their dogs. They're not designed to do that. They're designed to hold the dogs and board the dogs for as long as possible in hopes that someone else will come and take care of them. But that part's not happening. People understand that when you get a dog from the rescue, especially like an untrained 1-year-old that was abandoned because they were wild and crazy, that dog is going to be difficult at first, and it's going to take discipline and work in order to help that dog reach their potential and be the dog that you want them to be. And it's awesome that people are starting to understand that, but it's unfortunate that people aren't willing to take that commitment right now. So if we want to save these dogs, we got to make a change. So here's the plan. I am going to adopt, train, and rehome 50 abandoned dogs by the end of this year. And it's already been a week. But I'm going to do this so that I can show the impact that proper enrichment and training can have on these dogs. The canine industry, like we said before, is designed to board as many dogs as possible so that we can keep them alive for as long as possible. What these dogs need is enrichment and to learn how to properly integrate into society. A lot of these reactive dogs are reactive because they don't understand the rules of their environments. They destroy things in people's houses because they have never had the structure and learned that that is not what they're allowed to do. But boarding dogs in 4x8 metal rooms also wreaks havoc on their mental health, especially these 1-year-olds, who are the most commonly abandoned and euthanized dogs in America. So like any challenge, this one has rules. Rule number 1, every dog that I rescue must come from either a rescue or a shelter. Rule number 2 is every dog that I adopt must be adolescent aged, meaning under 2 and over 40 pounds, because these are the most commonly abandoned and euthanized dogs in the world. And for many watching this, you probably found us by looking for help training your 1-year-old dog. And rule number 3 probably goes without saying, but any financial support that I receive from this community must go directly towards either the production of these videos or towards training abandoned dogs. So without further ado, let's meet the pack. I just bought that for the intro. This is May the Malinois. She is an 8-month-old Malinois. She ended up being abandoned because her owner turned out to be really allergic to her. So a lot of these dogs, especially some of these really nice breeds, they're not always abandoned because the person just didn't want to take the responsibility, but they're abandoned all the same. So we're going to train this girl, get her a nice set of skills because she's a working dog, so that means she needs a nice set of skills in order to live in a pet-like environment. But she's got a really good temperament. She can definitely live in someone's house as long as they want a working dog and they want to live an active lifestyle with this puppy. You're so good. You're so good. And this one's name is Buck. Buck is a really good dog. As you can tell, he's a German Shepherd. He's a little over 4.5 months. And I wouldn't have usually taken such a young dog because they have a pretty good shot. But he was actually found in the woods. So somebody made a Facebook post saying that they couldn't sell their puppies. So this is the woods that they dropped them off in. And a shelter came and picked him up. We ended up getting the call and we decided to take this boy so we can show you guys how to manage a puppy like this. So these twins are Tucker and Flash. Good puppies, good puppies. These guys were found in a ditch when they were 8-week-old puppies next to a homeless camp. The homeless people around said that people were looking to breed their pit bulls in order to make money. They didn't sell them, so they just threw them in the ditch sort of thing, which is becoming more and more common as the economy gets worse.
But these guys are some handsome pit bulls, and we're going to find them a nice, loving home.
So Louis is a really interesting one because he was born in the shelter and just never adopted. So he really is that man that was, stranded on a desert island his whole life, and we're trying to integrate him into society. He doesn't necessarily know how the world works because he has never interacted with it. So he's going to be a really interesting one to introduce to the world and kind of see what the potential of these dogs are when they come out and learn how the world works. You can tell he's a really motivated dog. He doesn't have a whole lot of manners because the people at the shelter just kind of let him jump all over them, let him do whatever he wanted because they're not his dog. He's just that cute dog that goes. But because of that, everybody was kind of scared of him and didn't think that they can control him. So he never found a home, and he was going to spend his entire life in jail and then be euthanized. And we couldn't have that. We had to give this guy a shot, so we adopted him. Oh, good boy. And this last handful right here is Samson. Samson is a 2.5-year-old Rottweiler. He is a very wild boy. He knows how to have fun. He wants to party, but also when he is working, he knows he's working. So I'm really excited on how he's going to develop, and I'm really excited to find him a good home that understands his personality and loves him for it.
Oh, good boy. Good boy.
Yeah. Samson. Done. Good boy. Full disclosure, I did not just adopt all of these dogs. These ones are not completely untrained. I adopted these dogs periodically over the last 6 months, so we can start this with a lot of different examples of the development of the training program and how your dog changes over time. But next month, when we adopt all of these dogs out, we will have a whole new pack of completely untrained dogs, and we'll see how I handle that.
If you would like to follow us along on this journey, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell us what you think in the comments. And if you would like to support the training of abandoned dogs, you can visit abandonmentprevention.com and become a patron today. I appreciate your support and your time. Thanks for watching.